Welcome to Rick's Tip of the Week. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about fat burners because they seem to be on the market, well, pretty flooded. I probably found at least 75 of them on bodybuilding.com. And I went through the list and I see hydroxy cuts. Those have been around a long time. Stackers have been around a long time. Rip Fuel, Quadriline, CLA, but CLA for him and CLA for her. Why are there two different ones? Fat's fat on the human body. Why would they have one for female and one for male? That didn't make sense to me. L-carnitine, Shred, Nightburn, ephedrine, and aminoline. Now, all these have been around a while, but they certainly weren't back in the golden era. And we got lean without taking them. I've tried these. I've tried hydroxy cuts. I've tried stackers, Rip Fuel. I've never seen any body fat come off. I felt a little jittery, and I know that, for example, Rip Fuel, when I take it in the morning, it makes me want to talk a lot more, like caffeine, I guess, which is good for this show because it makes me talk. But I never felt any fat come off at all. CLA, I probably took for 4 years straight. Every meal, CLA. I don't know that I got any thinner. I don't know that my body changed. I went off for a year. I never saw a difference. Hydroxy cuts I took. I didn't notice anything. L-carnitine I took every workout. It made me sweat a little bit more. But as far as body fat loss, no. But what these things do to you is they curb your appetite. So if it curbs your appetite and you take it and you don't eat, of course you're going to lose weight. But the flip side of that is if you're bodybuilding, you want to eat. You don't want to not eat because not eating is not good for what you're trying to achieve. If you want to get the amounts of protein in, you want to get the amounts of food you need to grow, and then you don't eat them, it's not going to happen. So these things have like a double-edged sword. They're going to burn body fat, but they're going to curb your appetite. So which is you want to do. Now, back in the golden era, many of the top guys, I have this written down, so I'm looking down, would take thyroid. They take Cytomel. Cytomel would definitely burn body fat. It speeds up your thyroid and you burn it. The side effect of that is you can blow your thyroid out and it doesn't work anymore and you have to stay on thyroid the rest of your life. So you got to be careful with that. That takes a prescription, but it does somewhat work. Other than that, ephedrine that we had, it's been outlawed by the way. I remember I used to get a bottle of 1,000 of the little pink capsules. And you take one or two before you work out throughout the day and it would speed you up and you would burn body fat. Ephedrine really worked, but it was dangerous. Could cause heart attacks. So, I don't know, when I see these all on and people ask me, what do I do to burn fat? Should I take fat burners? I can't recommend them because I don't feel they really work. I just don't see any results from them at all. And every company says theirs is the best. They have the newest thing out. They have the best product out. And when I go compare what the ingredients are, they're all the same. They might have one different ingredient added to it. And they get a lot of money for these. So you're spending a lot of money every month to burn fat on something that may not ever work for you, whatever reason. So my feeling is that if you do what we did back in those days, which was watch your carbohydrates and keep your protein side because aminos do burn fat. Lean muscle burns more body fat. So the leaner your muscle is, the more fat you're going to burn naturally, meaning that you have to watch your diet, keep your muscle growing, keep your aminos and your proteins high, which are the same thing, amino and protein. And that alone will burn your body fat. Don't waste your money on these products. I just don't think they work. Have your thyroid checked though. I had mine checked this past year and mine was low. In fact, it was pretty low. I was feeling pretty tired all the time and I just kind of sluggish. So they gave me 2 thyroid pills to take, in very low dosage, and one of them is Cytomel. I think I see a little bit difference in the amount of body fat, it's less, but I definitely have more energy. So if I have more energy, then I can train harder. And if I can train harder, I can lose more body fat. So in that regards, it might work pretty well. I just wanted to bring this out for Rick's Tip of the Week. You know, watch where your money goes on your supplements because it's not always the best. And you can use that towards something else. Buy yourself an extra meal of high protein. Whatever works for you. So I'd like to hear your feedback on this. If any of you guys out there or women have tried these, comment on my video and tell me what it worked for you. If you felt it really worked, if it stopped your appetite, whatever side effects you had, whatever progress you had, if it's good or bad, let's hear about it because people need to learn from us, not just from me, but from you, because when you write comments, we learn from what you've experienced. So thank you very much for watching Rick's Tip of the Week. I've got more coming up this week. I've got doctors coming back. I've got bodybuilders coming back. I've got everybody coming back for the whole year. And I'll see you next time.
It's rickdrason.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.